Guys, what is up? This is Chris Pleasant. I know I haven't posted a video in such a long time because I've been working at this new job that I started in 2017, and just a lot of, and because of that job, I've been coming home tired a lot, and I just had a fun time with my buddy Drew Ellerman alongside my brother Jason. We had a great time. Now, what I'm about to do today is show you my Shekinah Glory Ministry collection. Now, Shekinah Glory Ministry became a part of my music likings officially in 2006, and I didn't start listening to them more until after my 18th birthday in 2011. And then I got all 5 of their albums on CD. 4 of them I have on DVD, and 1 I have on VHS. So I'm going to start from the very beginning with the first album. Praise is What I Do. Now this here's the CD, this here's the VHS. Now, Praise is What I Do was the first Shekinah Glory Ministry album to ever come out. It made its debut in the year of 2000. Now, believe it or not, Praise is What I Do was the first Shekinah Glory Ministry song I learned. I learned it when I was about 8. And I didn't start playing it on the piano until I was about maybe 16 or 17. Now, this VHS right here only gives you a taste of the album. It gives you a taste of the album, and it even and on the back here, it even gives a synopsis of this video, and it even lists what songs are featured on the video. In April of 1999, Apostle H. Daniel Wilson Sr., pastor of Valley Kingdom Ministries International, took a journey that has forever changed his life and ministry. It was at that time that he went on a 40-day sabbatical with just him and the Holy Trinity. It was during those 40 days that the new vision for Valley Kingdom Ministries International and this worship recording was birthed. What you have is the vision that has come to pass musically and spiritually. These songs that were captured in a powerful evening of praise and worship are heard, sung, and shared literally around this nation and the world to the glory of God. Our prayer is that those who hear this praise and worship recording and see this live video will know that in everything they do, it's all about the kingdom. So get ready to be blessed as we now take you from the outer court into the inner court and finally to the holy place, the very presence of God. Be blessed. Yep, that's the goal with this album. This album, to take you from the outer court into the inner court, and then finally into the Holy of Holies. Now this is the CD, and the CD gives you the full experience of the praise and worship that was experienced at Valley Kingdom Ministries International, Valley West, in Oak Forest, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. Now, this is the first disc, and here is the second disc. Now, the first disc is the praise part, the outer court and inner court. And now, the second disc is the worship part, the Holy of Holies. And praise is what I do actually is my favorite song on here. But when I heard the song Father Me, that became a very close second. A very close second. And every time I hear Father Me, it makes me understand how blessed I am to have a father in my life. Okay, so that is Praise Is What I Do. Now, Shekinah Glory didn't stop there. Because in 2004, they came back with the second album, Live. This is the CD, and this is the DVD. Now, this was the first Shekinah Glory Ministry album I ever heard. And ever since I started listening to it, I was hooked. I was hooked. Here's the first disc. Oh, it flips like this. And there's the second disc. Same thing for the first and second disc as it was on the first album. First disc is praise. Second disc is worship. And this album spawned the hits Arise, Shine, Higher, Clap, Shout, How Deeply I Need You, and Yes. And Yes was the second Shekinah Glory Ministry song I learned to play on the piano. Alright, here's the DVD. And I really like how the DVDs look. Here's the first disc. It says Praise right there. And here's the second. Worship. Now on the DVD, there's a song called Touch the Suns. It's a very powerful song. You'll only find it on the DVD. And here's the synopsis of the DVD. If you've been blessed by the multi-stellar award-nominated CD, Shekinah Glory Live, the dimension of praise and worship that you'll experience from this live recorded DVD is sure to be a blessing that overtakes you. From the triumphant processional of your name, your eyes will witness pageantry fit for only His Majesty, our Lord. Praise escalates throughout the first DVD. Then God Himself takes the recording into a transition to worship in Touch the Suns, a musical rendition birthed right in the midst of worship, never seen or heard before the night of the recording. As the second DVD draws you closer into His presence, worship will permeate your spirit and carry you, yielded to the ultimate surrender of the last musical offering. Yes, you will find yourself repenting, submitting, and rising in joy, then bowing in surrender as only one can do when in the Shekinah glory, the manifest presence of God. Witness it alone, then encourage others to share it with you. No one should miss this experience. Now, I forgot to mention, on the Praise Is What I Do album, there are a couple of guest soloists, and they are featured on the second disc. On the song Father Me, Pastor William Spann is featured. And on the last song, Praise Is What I Do, William Murphy III is featured on it. And William Murphy III comes back on this album for the song Like Never Before. And on this album, we also have a guest artist named Desmond Pringle. And I've heard him sing a couple of times. Desmond Pringle is a really great artist, I have to say. So that's Shekinah Glory Ministry Live. And the goal of that album was to take you farther than just the very presence of God. The goal was to take you into the glory. Now, in the spring of 2007, Shekinah Glory Ministry came back to the Valley Kingdom Ministries International and recorded their third album. And this right here, I'm definitely going to be listening to this during the week of Easter, because it's perfect for Easter. As you can see, the title is Jesus. And here's the CD. This was one of the things I got for my birthday, as well as Praise Is What I Do and Live. My 25th birthday, I think. And there's the first disc. First disc, that's right. 18 songs on the first disc. Well, 18 tracks. And here's the second. The worship part. And there's a track on this album called Enthroned, the Minstrels. It's like a 12-minute worship track. Like a 12-minute worship track. And this is just one powerful DVD. I mean, as soon as I started watching the DVD, I was hooked. I knew I was going to love the DVD. And I felt the same way when I started watching the Shekinah Glory Live DVD. Now, here's the DVD. Oh, here's the first disc. Flip this, and there's the second. Now, here comes the synopsis. You've experienced the CD Jesus, now prepared to enter into a new dimension of praise and worship from this live recorded DVD. You'll be transformed as you experience the pageantry, the psalmists, the minstrels, and the standard bearers taking you into the manifest presence of God. From the first key in the gathering to asking Holy Spirit, reign on us, you'll be filled with this power and saturated with His love. You are then moved into praise with Let's Go and Stomp, where we proclaim all over the sanctuary that we are kingdom people, mighty warriors, and encourage believers. Just as you reach another dimension of praise, there is a shift in the spirit as we transition to the second DVD, where your spirit cries out, Lord, you are. And you proclaim, before the throne is where we come. And then a prophetic song is birthed in the midst of the worship that simply says, you can take me at my word. And then from there, we tell God that I need more. And whatever I need to do, I'll get to you, I'll do. And then finally, we make a declaration to Jesus and tell Him that I'm so glad you died for me. You'll be caught up in the dimension of praise and worship that will have you filled with emotion and reverence as Shekinah Glory Ministry ushers you into God's presence. A life-changing DVD birthed on Resurrection Sunday. How appropriate for the King. Now, because Easter's coming up, if you don't have this album, you need to get it, whether you get it on DVD or on CD. But I totally recommend both the CD and the DVD, because the DVD pretty much has the same durations as all of the tracks. Well, except for track 11 on the second disc, and the DVD kind of excludes track 18 on the first disc. But hey, whether you get the DVD or the CD, I promise you'll be blessed, and you'll be blessed by Shekinah Glory Live and Praise Is What I Do. Next is this one, Refreshed by Fire. Now this CD I got for my 18th birthday. By the way, I got the Shekinah Glory DVD for Christmas this past year, and Mom forgot about the Shekinah Glory Live DVD and the Praise is What I Do VHS and the Refreshed by Fire DVD, which I have right here. And so on Christmas Day, Mom gave me the Refreshed by Fire CD instead of the DVD. I told Mom that I already had it, so I gave the copy of the CD that my mom gave to me for Christmas to my buddy Ben Browning, the worship leader at Madison Park. So now this CD has 9 tracks on both discs. So here's the first disc, and here's the second, and this copy also contains a bonus DVD called A Match Made in Heaven, where Apostle H. Daniel Wilson talks about something called a match made in heaven. Apostle H. Daniel Wilson says that the greatest compliment that any marriage could have is when someone says that your marriage is a match made in heaven. Now, here's the DVD to Refreshed by Fire. And unlike the previous two, there's only one disc of the DVD. There's only one disc of the DVD. And some of the tracks from the CD are excluded from the DVD. Prophecy and Revival. And the song called Kingdom is on the DVD, but not on the CD. I wish it was on the CD. The song Kingdom is a great song. Great song. And on the song Giant Slayer, Pastor Dan Willis and the Lighthouse Church Praise team were featured. And there were three guests featured for the track Prophecy, 2 ladies and a man. Now, the world-renowned Shekinah Glory Ministry is not your average choir with 5 gold records and video certifications behind them. In fact, technically, they aren't a choir at all. They are a dynamic retinue of psalmists, minstrels, karar, Hebrew for whirler, encouragers, and banner wavers who have become the paradigm for urban praise and worship music in this young millennium. Over the last decade, they have taken their place alongside Fred Hammond and Israel and New Breed as the trendsetters in contemporary praise and worship music, as their latest single, Just For Me, climbs the Billboard Hot Gospel Songs chart. This amazing ensemble has released a new double CD, Refreshed by Fire, that debuted at #1 on the Billboard Magazine Top Gospel Album Sales chart in fall 2010. So, for all you Shekinah Glory Ministry fans, if you have the Refreshed by Fire CD, you need to get the DVD. And last, but certainly not least, this is Shekinah Glory's 5th album and to ever be released on CD, and this is the 4th album that they released on DVD. It's their 4th DVD and their 5th album. It's called Surrender. It's called Surrender. Now, unlike the previous 4, Surrender has 1 disc. And there are 13 tracks on here. 13 tracks. No, like, prophecies or prophetic releases or anything like there were on Refreshed by Fire and Jesus. And here's the DVD. And just like Refreshed by Fire, there's only 1 disc. There's only 1 disc. And it was recorded at the same place as the first 4 were. Valley Kingdom Ministries International, Valley West. Shekinah Glory Ministry has done it again. The world-renowned bedrock of praise and worship music ministry brings to you an unparalleled worship experience. Shekinah Glory Ministry, affectionately known as SGM, is the personification of music ministry excellence with 5 RIAA gold records and video certifications. Shekinah takes you to another level with its dynamic retinue of psalmists, minstrels, chorar, encouragers, and banner wavers. SGM changes the atmosphere and the paradigm for urban praise and worship. Over the last decade, Shekinah has taken its place alongside greats Fred Hammond and Israel and New Breed as the trendsetters in contemporary praise and worship music. Surrender features Shekinah's great mix of emotional worship ballads and higher energy up-tempo praise music. This album returns Shekinah to the center of your faith celebration. Rediscover Shekinah Glory Ministry and the passion, the praise, the worship, and the pageantry. This DVD gives you not only the concert, but a behind-the-scenes look and some bonus scenes. The Refreshed by Fire DVD does the same thing too. And on the Shekinah Glory Ministry Live DVD, there's also an explaining of how Apostle H. Daniel Wilson came up with the name Shekinah Glory Ministry. Because what they wanted, what he wanted people to do was experience the manifest presence of God, and that's what Shekinah Glory is. That's what the Shekinah Glory is. The manifest presence of God. So, if you have any one of these albums, Surrender, Refreshed by Fire, Jesus, Live, and or Praise Is What I Do, then you let me know in the comments and tell me which one of these 5 is the best. But if you don't have any of these albums at all, you need to get them. Once you get the CDs, you need to get the visual aids so that you can have an even bigger experience of the Shekinah Glory, the manifest presence of God. I promise you, these 5 albums by Shekinah Glory Ministry are guaranteed to bless you like you have just never been blessed before. Because the songs on all these albums are very powerful. Very powerful. They will take you into the presence of God, and they will leave you speechless after the CD or the VHS or the DVD is over. I guarantee you, you will be blessed by these 5 albums by Shekinah Glory Ministry if you don't have any of these. Alright, this is Chris Pleasant. Thank you for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time.